What up YouTube, Nathan Heightz here. Thank you for tuning in to another video. Today's topic, language exchanges and why I do not participate in free language exchanges anymore. Recently I made a video on finding a language exchange partner. Actually it was yesterday. And today I had a lesson with a native Spanish speaker from Mexico on that same website which I paid for on italki. I bought a package. It was $20 for 5 30-minute lessons. In the past I've paid a little bit more, maybe like $40 for 5-hour lessons, but in many cases an hour is too long. Sometimes the people that you are getting the lesson from, quote unquote lesson, because in reality you're just talking to them, you're paying somebody to talk to them. When they're an hour or an hour and a half long, you run out of things to say, it gets a little awkward, and it can be a little difficult, especially if you're only getting informal tutoring. You don't want to abuse the system and request informal tutoring if you require something that requires a little bit more attention. So I ordered 5 30-minute lessons. Today was the first one. It went well. We talked a lot. The man who I took the lesson from said my Spanish level was pretty good, even though I felt like the fluidity was a little off. It's been a while since I've really practiced, even though I am getting back into it. I actually just cracked open a grammar book, a Spanish grammar book on verb conjugations, which I'm pretty excited to get into. It's definitely going to be good to review. It's going to help me a lot. But the topic of this video, why do I insist on paying money for something that you can find for free, right? Why do I insist on paying for something that you can find for free? And the reason is quite simple. Nothing in this world is free, right? You can find these language partners and you might not have to pay money, but you do pay in time. You do pay in time. Now, a lot of the times, these people who you are doing a language exchange with are going to want to do a language exchange, right? It's a two-way street. So whatever time you spend speaking in Spanish, you're going to have to spend an equal amount of time speaking in English. And for me, a man who does not have very much free time, this can be a little difficult. If I have to spend a half hour in English in order to get a half hour in Spanish, it just simply isn't worth it to me. Additionally, a lot of the times some issues that you'll run into is the person that you're practicing with is a lot more focused on the language that they want to learn as opposed to the language that you want to learn. So that can also bring some difficulties, some struggles to the equation, right? You're going to be trying to talk in Spanish, they're going to be trying to talk in English, and it's just going to be this constant battle. And eventually, in some cases, what's going to happen is you're going to be saying everything in Spanish, they're going to be responding everything in English, and yeah, you'll get that practice speaking, but you're not really going to get that practice hearing everything, right? So for somebody like me whose current Spanish level is relatively intermediate or maybe even high intermediate, the listening part is of vital importance to my progress. So if I'm only able to get that speaking practice, I'm going to be missing that vital attribute, right? That factor which is going to take me to the next level. And for a lot of people, especially beginners, they can get away with just practicing speaking, because I feel like when you're first starting, you're going to need more practice with just getting your mouth and your tongue accustomed to making those movements, right? Those new sounds, those just new mannerisms that every language requires, every new language requires. But as you progress and as you get better at speaking a language, the new issues arise, and those new issues, at least in my case, we're always listening. It's always trying to understand the nuance in everything that's being said to you. So back to the topic, the main points: time. Nothing is free, and these free language exchanges, these free partners are great for people who don't have any money. But if you do have a job and you do have a mode of paying for lessons, I think it's better that way because you save a lot of time. So let's say you buy a package, $40, 5 1-hour lessons. That's an hour a day for 5 days. You take 2 days off, so that's a week of lessons, right? That's nothing, right? That's nothing. You can probably even get them for cheaper. You can probably get them for like $30, right? Let's say it's $30. Now, $30 as opposed to 5 hours of exchanging, right? So if you want those same 5 hours, you're gonna have to spend 10 hours of your life, 5 hours in the lesson, and then 5 hours giving back, speaking in English, trying to help the person that you're doing the exchange with, because it is an exchange. And for me, if you weigh the costs and rewards, it just makes perfect sense to actually pay for the lessons. But then again, if you don't have any money, you're new to language learning, you're not willing to jump and make that commitment, then yes, try it out at first. And if you do not like doing the language exchange, you can always purchase these lessons, right? Purchase. On a side note, it sounds kind of funny when I tell people that I pay people online to talk to me, because it's kind of like you're paying for someone to talk to, you know. It's pretty silly to an extent, but the reality is there's a lot of value in it. And although for them they're just talking to somebody, they're just speaking their own native tongue, for you are developing that skill. So don't feel weird. I know I did feel weird at first. So with that, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to putting out new language videos weekly, maybe 2 or 3 times weekly. I also have some other videos kind of off topic that I will be uploading to this channel, which are also going to be pretty damn awesome. Thank you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to hear from me, what you guys want to see, and I'll be sure to take that into consideration when making these videos. No se rajen en sus estudios, amigos. Nos vemos pronto. Los amo. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. Peace.